Okay, look at that right there. The boy is in charge, in the house chilling because it's cold outside. I haven't spoken to this family here in quite some time, probably a whole week or so. And I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for increasing my views as far as the numbers that I've done this year. Not this year, but this month was really, really good. And so I'm not getting paid for any of this whatsoever. I don't ask for donations or anything of that nature. Not saying that those things are not worthy, but we don't need that right now. But we have another page, and we are going to start to transfer over to that page once the family here gets invited. I'm sure you got an invite to Juan's Perspective. You should click on there because I'm going to start doing content on there that's not going to be on here. We are going to start to change what we're doing, what we talk about. Still going to talk about the Constitution because it's important. But I came across a video today. Today I want to talk about black women. And there are a lot of things I want to say about black women right now. Most of you black sisters, okay, who happen to be a Democratic lover, okay. Now I'm saying that as a joke because I've been watching some videos, and I watched some videos that talked about why black women did not vote for the liar Kamala Harris. I shouldn't call her a liar because y'all still like her and y'all still believe in her. Regardless of what the truth is, you overlook it. Did you see Whoopi get her butt whooped yesterday about the Democratic Party? She just got demolished. Y'all should go watch The View, yesterday's show with Charlamagne. It was a good one. I liked it. Not because she got her butt whooped. Not because she got her butt whooped, but just because Whoopi is two-faced. She really is. And she is a fearmonger, okay? Everybody on that View, just about 3 ladies on that View. I know 2 for a fact are fearmongers that will tell you everything that's bad that's going to happen because it didn't go the way that they wanted. And so they'll say anything about whoever doesn't believe in whatever they believe in, right? Most of these comedians that got radio shows, they're losing numbers because of the way they talk to their audience. Yeah, Ricky Smiley, especially Ricky Smiley, that dude, his numbers are going down because he just can't accept the fact that black people decided to vote for Trump. They voted a different way. Okay? And I don't necessarily say that they just voted for Trump. I'll say that they just voted a different way. How about that? Okay? Because I think that's important. I got to get a phone holder for this phone. Hold on, family. What I did with my folder. Yeah. I keep holding on to this thing. We're going to have problems. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so anyway, people just decided to vote a different way. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so glad about being an independent person, because it teaches you how to be different from the way you normally think and who you normally hang around, right? You're going to get some haters. Believe me, man, I got some haters. You know what I'm saying? And what I couldn't really believe is that they just hate me. Oh, look at that. This is Gargoyle. She don't want no. She's just a baby. Aren't you? It's my baby. But anyway, the truth of the matter is that that people just don't like the fact. What I've learned is that the people who really gave me the problems about this election are people who really can't stand me. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, they just can't stand me, but yet they put themselves in my DMs, right? Like unnecessarily. Like, what is it about people in free speech, right? What is it about free speech? Like, it's like the people who hated me didn't want me to have my free speech, didn't want me to have this platform to speak or say whatever I wanted to say. Like, to me, that's just crazy. Like, I would never stop somebody for saying whatever they want to say, whether I liked it or not. Like, I really wouldn't try to stop them, like call them names and, stuff like that. And then you turn around and you call the people who actually like what I say, you call them unintelligent and stupid and everything else because they don't think like you. And that's weird, right? Because we live in the United States where we all were slaves, like our ancestors supposedly were slaves, right? All of them were slaves. And so when they all didn't think the same way, like there were slaves who wanted to get away, but there were slaves who were afraid to get away, afraid to leave, afraid to kill that person who was handling them, afraid. And why would they be afraid? Because they live in a different country. They don't know the land, right? They didn't know the land. It wasn't the consequences. Some of them started to learn the consequences, but in the beginning, it was like, you let me go out of these chains and I'm gonna kill you, because that's what they were used to. And I'm talking about the slaves being taken from their land. And you know what? When you really think about it, the kings who gave the people from the European countries and Spain to come over and take slaves, there were slaves all over the place. Not only in America, there were slaves everywhere. There were slaves everywhere. They were taking slaves not only to come to America, they were taking slaves to go to Cambodia, or to go to Spain, to go to Europe. Yeah, do your homework. So when we talk about slaves, I kind of am getting, information on different countries who held slaves. Japan, how blacks got there, and everything else. Like, there were black Japanese. This is just it's really fascinating when you start to deep into to history, African history, black history. You start to seriously see some things, learn some things. No, it wasn't just people here in America. It wasn't just people here. It was everywhere. They took slaves everywhere. And you know what? To be honest with you, you guys are. And do you know that there are slave camps now in Africa? You know that? Yeah. Yeah. They have slave camps now in Africa. But nobody's saying anything. Nobody's fighting. Do you know that there's less than 1 million million Native Americans in the United States on this land? Do you realize that? Do you realize that there are almost less than a million, 1 million American Native Indians? American Native Indians in this country here. Do you realize what's going on with the Native Indian women? Do you realize that they're coming up missing? They're coming up dead. They're coming up raped. Y'all not fighting about that, but y'all gonna sit here and fight me and the people who didn't vote for Democrats. You Democrats, I'm talking about you Democrats now, right? So check this out. You Democrats now are fighting me and other people who didn't support the Democratic Party or didn't support Kamala, the VP, about women. But your VP did not even talk about these women, these Native American Indian, these Native Indians right now, the women right now, what's going on with them. You look it up yourself. I'm giving you the idea. I'm giving you the topic. You look it up. These women are being abused, not on their land. They're being raped. They're being kidnapped, and they're being murdered. In Alaska, in America, they're pushing these Indians back and back and back like they always have. America is so tricky. America is not a place where you can trust a truth. It just isn't, fam. You have to live within their boundaries. As long as I live and you live in their boundaries, as long as I follow the Constitution, right, to a degree, and the Constitution doesn't save you. We can see that with the police. The police are here to enforce community structure. They come up with the rules, and they don't even live within the rules that they come up with. Because they won't follow the Constitution. And they beat enough people up, they've killed enough men that they have a hold on the black community no matter what. You got slave masters as police officers. Yeah, those ones that go to the gym and work out. Those ones that take testosterone and steroids. You know what I'm saying? They go work out. They got to be the biggest. The reason why they're so mean is because they're crazy. The steroids is making them nuts. The testosterone that the testosterone is making them hyped up like they on cocaine. And some of them, once they get used to taking this testosterone and this steroids to make them big, they need other things to keep them hyped up. They need other things. The problem with that is sooner or later they're gonna die. But before they do die from heart attacks and strokes and stuff of that nature, after they get a certain age, because they keep taking it and don't know when to fucking stop, right? By that time, they've done damage in the black community, enough damage to make you realize that you can't do this just because this white boy says this or this person who's in control over here. Even you got some blacks, some black boys. You got some black boys. You know what I'm saying? They do the same shit in certain towns where they have black sheriffs. Yeah, you have the black dude who has the badge and the baton and the gun. He's the worst slave master too. He hates blacks. Have you noticed that? That you have black sheriffs in positions, okay, to create and change the neighborhood and the way things, that motherfucker is the one who hates you more or the same. He's the Black Klansman. Have y'all figured that out yet? That we have black Klansmen that just hate your black ass? Man, when I got locked up into the county jail, when I was 20, and they sent my ass to the county, I'm thinking, okay, they checking you in, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through this process, you know what I mean? They check you in county. They set you over here, let you sit all this time, you know what I'm saying? Then your name pop up, you know what I mean? They call you once or twice. If they have to call you 2 times, you know what I'm saying? They cussing you out. And get your motherfucking ass over here, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. They're already fucking with you. And you still, do you realize just because you go to the county that you still have your voting rights? Which means that the truth of the matter is that you're not guilty until proven guilty, which means that just because you're arrested and you are in jail doesn't mean that you are guilty until the judge or some committee says that you're guilty. When you go to prison is when you are guilty. Or you go home, shit like that. But when you get locked up and they get you in that county, and you in there with a group of these crazy ass Negroes crazier than you. You don't realize you in there with some real motherfucking criminals. Some real criminals. You might be in there for burglary. You might be in there for theft. You know what I'm saying? Where they're going to send you to a lighthearted thing. But you in that holding room with some real murders. Some real motherfucking criminals. Real criminals. With them motherfuckers you see on TV. Them dirty motherfuckers you see on TV, them slimy motherfuckers that's killing motherfuckers on GP. You locked up with them niggas. Whether they be white, Italian, Spanish, black, alien, I don't care. You locked up with some real criminals, man. You learn motherfucking quick to do 1 or 2 goddamn things. You better know how to motherfucking fight for show. Or you just keep your mouth shut for show. Because there's some crazy motherfuckers. I'm telling you. It makes you think like, what the fuck? When you see a motherfucking crazy, when you see a dude locked up in the county, and that motherfucker's ready to fight 20 of y'all police officers, 20, 15, 20, when he talking shit, I'm telling you, this motherfucker is crazy. He nuts. Although if he was my brother or cousin, I'd be scared of this motherfucking ass too. Like this motherfucker don't give a fuck. One of them brothers, have you ever seen one of them brothers that just don't, I don't think most of y'all ever seen a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck. I don't think y'all really seen a motherfucker that will beat your ass on GP. Y'all might know a motherfucker, but I'm talking about a straight up bully. A mean digger. I'm talking about a motherfucker that I'm talking about a motherfucker that get locked up. They got to put him in a separate motherfucking holding center. That motherfucker that you see when you get locked up and you see that motherfucker in a separate holding center and he ain't nobody in there but him and he talking shit. He talking about, I wish you motherfuckers would come in here because I'm going to beat your ass. That type of motherfucker? Man. I done seen it. I done seen it on the deck. I done seen it in the yard. And I done seen it in the county. And I done seen it in DuPage County. I seen it in, what is that? What county is that I was in? Lake County. I seen it in Lake County. And I seen it in County. And I seen it in Will County. So I'm telling you what God love right now. Some of this shit I wish I could put on fucking video because I don't think y'all understand. I really don't think you understand what you really see when you get locked up in the county. When they put your ass, after they take you from the police station. After they take you from the police station. and your ass is in the county because you didn't make bail, whoa, whoa, that show you who you is. That show you where you come from. Yeah, whether or not them push-ups you was doing, you know what I'm saying, on the undercover side is working, whether them sit-ups that you supposed to been doing was working, whether you throwing them shadow boxing punches, being a Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, whoever you think you was, you know what I'm saying, whoever you think you was, you know what I'm saying, where you come from, there's 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to show that work. Yeah, you're going to have to show that work. You ain't going to be able to slide through. Ain't no sliding through. Nah, dog. Because the niggas who think they sliding through, just because they folks or people or Spanish lords or kings and all that type of shit, all of us, you not sliding through with your mouth shut. No, you're not even neutrons, especially neutrons. A neutron is a person who's not affiliated with a gang, or a person who used to be in the gang who's no longer active. That's what a neutron is. You have motherfuckers that been in jail that know how to jail without still being active, right? We're apart, but we're not apart. We are who we are, and that's it. That's different from being a neutron, a person who isn't a gang member, affiliated. That person is a neutron. He sometimes have a hard problem depending on what kind of people is in the county. Because sometimes you can come to the county, it could be like 25 GDs, 2 BDs, 1 Vice Lord, 1 Blackstone, 10 Latin Kings, 2 Latin Disciples. You know, it could be odd number of people in the jail. It could be an odd number. A lot of times it might be a majority of one gang over another gang, but it's just they're not really going to fight unless they gambling with each other inside the county. You know what I'm saying? Playing cards or, sometimes they get dice in there, or certain games, or, something that they might have bet on TV or some shit like that. That's normally when shit blow up in the county. They're not fighting just because you different gangs. Ain't nobody really trying to fight, man. To be honest with you, when you get in the county, nobody's trying to fight. But you have them gunslingers, them real gunslingers that hold these titles. You understand me? That hold these titles to the heart. You see what I'm saying? They do that. I mean, I remember walking around, you know what I'm saying, talking about insane to the brain with nothing to lose and nothing to gain. I remember walking around talking like that fucking is crazy talk. I don't want to be around nobody like that. Do you hear what that meaning says? I'm insane to the brain with nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Do you realize what I was saying? I didn't really realize what I was saying. I didn't care about what I was saying. I was just one of them lunatic motherfuckers that was just either trying, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker keep your ass away from me, or being real as all outdoors, you know what I'm saying, and telling you this is what I was going to do. I was saying that shit out there in the world. And that's what got my ass locked up. You see what I'm saying? Preceding something for nothing. When I should have been thinking about something else, something positive, putting that in the air and getting that done. But I was just in a different world. Different thought process. Didn't know how to change the direction of that negative thought. And these young boys now don't understand the change of the negative thought. But I digress, because I didn't come on here to talk about these experiences. To be honest with you, I came on here to talk about the experience of a black woman. Okay? There are a few things you sisters, I constantly say to you. You have to be careful of who you date and put in your life. You have to be comfortable with who you date and put in your life. Just because you have sex with somebody, you have to ask yourself, is this what you want? Are you just having sex with a person just because? Or you really like this person? Or what? I mean, there are different reasons why women go around and they have sex with different guys, whatever. But I'm talking about people who invite guys in their life to be their mates, and they have bad pasts. Are you prepared for how this guy is going to treat you? I'm tending to think that there are women that tend to find these guys who are rough. They like the roughness. They like the aggression. I had a woman tell me I wasn't tough enough, that she thinks that she would run all over me. So there are women out there who want guys to dominate them. I mean, she said that to me. Well, what are you talking about? Oh, I think I can get over on you all the time. I think I can just say what I want to you, You see? That masculinity, those masculine females who haven't become dykes yet, those masculine females, they want somebody more masculine to them. Think about it. A woman is not supposed to be in that position unless she's really in a position where she has to fight for her life. But if you don't have to fight for your life, why are you in that position? Why are you so mad? Like during this election, these black women got so mad. Man, they got mad at me, called me names. Y'all saw some of the comments? Man, I was just criticized to death. Can you imagine if this woman had a won, where I would be right now? I probably would be digging myself I would be digging a hole, be digging my own grave. I just didn't believe in Kamala. It's just that simple. And the reason why I didn't believe in Kamala, I'm just going to be honest with you. Kamala has a dark past. And you guys just overlooked that past. She has a dark past. Meaning, we can always use the phrase, a person can change. I think that sometimes is the problem that we have when it comes to choosing a mate, somebody, a husband, a boyfriend, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, a friend. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. We have to stop using the phrase. We have to stop using that phrase. But it is embedded in your mind because you want to give someone a chance. You have to stop taking these chances on situations that to be quite honest with you, it is hard for you to get out of once you put yourself there. One of my sisters in Milwaukee invited an ex. Invited an ex to Thanksgiving. And told him that, you have to go when everybody else leaves. But I'm going to invite you in for Thanksgiving so you can get your meal. She's trying to be nice. She let her guard down. All the way down to a degree to where she allowed her ex to come over. And get a meal. I thought that's nice, right? That's nice. That's being nice, right? It's Thanksgiving, right? It goes along with the meaning. Yeah, sure, come on over. I got family over, blah, 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 everything else. A couple things could happen if he has a gun. Of course, he could just kill you there with the family and all that shit. But whatever the case, you took the chance and he came over. But the coward came over. He was a coward. Yeah. I'm saying he's a coward. Came over, had Thanksgiving, smiled with the people there and all that other stuff, right? And then when it was time to go, he was the last one to go. And she told him he had to go. The door was locked. Nobody was there but him and her. He thought he was going to stay. He's begging her to come back. That's the reason why he came, because he was begging her to come back. And she said it wasn't that she was going to take him back, but she said she knew his family would live somewhere else and he was here. Why not just give him a meal? You know what I'm saying? What could it do? Well, guess what? She could be dead right now. This man beat her up. This man choked her. This man busted her mouth. This man hit her in the back of the head. This man tried to suffocate her in the couch. Now this woman, she's a carrier. She carries a gun. She's got a car. She's got FOD. She's got everything. But her gun was upstairs in her room. And she couldn't get to it. She didn't think that she would have this problem with this guy because he never showed, right? Because we tried to analyze it. He never showed aggression. And so he turned around, and then next thing you know, he's beating this woman up. Beating her up. He's on parole. So you see women, this is what I'm saying. He's on parole. He was stupid all the way around. He was stupid all the way around. He beat dude up. Not dude. I mean, he beat up old girl. He beat her up and everything else. And then he ran out the door. He left. But guess what? She could have been dead. Nobody knew about it. Because all the family was gone. All the family was gone. So what did she do? She went to the police. She had some mace, which is what I tell you, ladies, if you don't want to carry a gun, I'm just telling you that mace is really just a deterrent. That's what mace is. It's just a deterrent to get you away from an attacker. Okay? But you need to be protected a little bit more. Quit thinking the Lord is going to save you. Because if the Lord was going to save you, then you would not be in that position in the first place. Okay? And if you think the Lord is going to save you, you have to ask yourself, why would the Lord put me in this position? Think common sense, family. God, nothing in the scripture says that I am going to punish you by death because you're not listening to me. Adam and Eve, the first people that supposedly got punished because they didn't listen to God. It had nothing to do with murder. Even though she went and kicked it with Satan, the apple, the tree of knowledge was Satan, whether y'all really know that or not. Do your homework. She didn't bite the apple. She did what she wasn't supposed to do because she didn't know. But the greatest angel on earth, the one that was ruling the earth, the one that was kicked from the heavens to rule the earth, that's your tree of knowledge right there. He was paying attention to everything God was doing. He was ruling the earth, family. He was corrupting what God had made, which was supposed to be good, right? Adam and Eve was supposed to be one of the first two people in the tribe. God didn't make evil, right? You don't believe in that. So you do understand that Satan was a bad angel, which is why he was kicked from the heavens to rule the earth. God didn't kill Satan. I wonder why. I wonder why God didn't eliminate Satan. Why didn't he eliminate evil? You ever ask yourself that? I'm sure y'all don't. You don't want to question why something happened that shouldn't happen if you had so much power. If I got so much power that I can stop something before it actually exists, I am supposed to do that. But anyway, the young sister, I'm glad she's here, living again, because she could have been dead. Okay? And this is my point to you, ladies who are single, who choose these bad men, the wrong men. You choose the wrong men. You choose the wrong men. If you take that moniker, that you are not going to judge somebody, okay, that's fine. But if you're going to take that person you're not going to judge, and you're going to make them a part of your family, because whatever you do, if you got kids from somebody else, whatever you do, now that person's a part of you and those kids. Do you know how much teaching and how much relationship you got to have before you really get involved with your kids and my kids or anybody's kids? How long it should take before any of this should happen? This is stuff that y'all need to be teaching your daughters. And you need to be, really, your little 16, 15-year-old daughters, your 17-year-old daughters who wind up getting pregnant, your 18-year-old daughters who think they know everything and wind up getting pregnant, those 20-year-old daughters, those in your 20s, and even some of you women in your 30s still do the same shit that you did when you was 20 because you just don't know better or nobody's just taught you. But the truth of the matter is that you need to be taught in what the etiquette is when it comes to a man. Some men are men and some men are boys. Some men are men and some men are boys. Pay attention to what I'm saying, sisters. Some men are men and some men are boys. The question, the question is, can you take a hoe and make her into a housewife? The question shouldn't be, can you take a hoe and make her a housewife? What's the question for women? If the question for men is, if the thing for men is, you can't make a hoe into a housewife. If that's the question, if that's the moniker for men, from men to women, what is the moniker for women to men? Shouldn't it be, can I take someone? I don't know how you say it. It's like, I don't want to just say a gang member, because I was a gang member, right? How do you, somebody in prison, I went to prison, right? But are you supposed, I don't know what you say, right? Like, I can say it, but it ain't going to come out right like I want to say it. I've got to figure out how to put this in a better term. But for you, my point is, for you as a woman, you have to protect yourself when you're dealing with a man that came from prison. You better be thinking about what you're doing here. You better be thinking about what's going on here. Yeah, I know you ain't dealt with a man in a long, long time. Okay, I get all that. I get maybe your husband died too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been with a man in a long time. But what I also think is, for a fact, is that you better think about what's going on in your real world. Who is this man? What is this man's background? What is this man's temper like? Because every male that comes from the penitentiary has a temper that you just don't want to deal with. There's a temper. I have a temper. I have a temper. And sometimes people put you back in this situation that you don't ever want to be in. Like, there are times me being in the penitentiary, I had to have the notion in my head, kill or be killed. I don't like thinking like that. I don't like thinking like that. I don't like having that being the main thought. You know, me being in a position, that's just how, I got to think like that. And what I'm saying to you is that you women who happen to bring these type of guys into your life, you better be thinking about where this dude's mindset is when he comes vetting you. And you don't do what he say, because he starts to reminisce and think about all this shit that he's done in the penitentiary. Yeah. You ain't think about that, did you? Think about what a person has done in the penitentiary, how long they've been in the penitentiary, and all of that type of shit there. You need to think about that. Hey, what is CON doing? Damn. I'm on the stock market. I don't have it on my tablet. I need to put what's the name on my tablet. Go lay down, Zoe. I need to put Robin Hood on my tablet. Anyway, I'm gonna give y'all a stock. Huh?
1762.
Okay, check this out, fam. I got to go. Okay? I don't know. You think I can? Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna try something. Don't go nowhere, fam. I'm gonna try something. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I play the stock market, and I'm watching this what do you call it? I'm watching this stock. Last week the stock was at 16.23. I should have bought it then. And I waited, and then it jumped from 16 to 17. Actually, it jumped from 16 to 18.24. And I was pissed because I'm sitting here talking about it. I should have bought it at 16. I didn't want to pull the trigger. And me not pulling the trigger, it jumped from 16.23 all the way to 17. And then I was like, man, it's going to go down again. I'm thinking it's going to go back down to 16. And for the past 2 days, it hasn't done nothing but past 3 days, drive itself up all the way up to 18.24. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm thinking that it's going to stay at 18, 20, 18, 14. I don't want it to jump to 19 because it came close to jumping to 19. I'm like, I need to buy this stock because the dividend, it gives you a dividend of $100, okay, per share. So I didn't want to buy it at that price, but I bought some at that price. And now it's going down. And of course, when you buy stock, okay, you buy it at one price. You try not to buy it when it gets heavy. You always want to buy it on the low end. So you get as much as you want when you first get in, okay? That way, whatever your average is when you first got it. And then now you're buying more stock as it gets older, bigger and bigger and bigger. Whatever the case, this is a good stock. I had to get in on it. It's dropping down to where I can afford it because 18, I bought some at 18. It was too much. So I decided to just wait. I pulled back and wait. Now it's dropping down to 17. If I can get it at 16, I'm going to buy more. Big time. So that's my point. But anyway, women, black women, especially, this pod basically today is for you. The truth of the matter is that what I'm telling you is that you have to really think about what you're doing. This is how you should. You sisters, man, you guys are the teachers. You're the teachers. So when your daughter comes home with a man, a boyfriend, right? When she comes home, or you find out she's talking to someone, aren't you supposed to engage with her? Right? Aren't you supposed to engage with her? And if you engage with her and she brings this guy home, shouldn't another guy in your life with you be giving this guy the third degree? Like, do you just accept the fact, Mom, this is who I'm dating, this is Tommy, or this is David, this is Greg, or this is Juan, you know what I'm saying? And you don't ask where they come from, where their father is their father and mother still together, did they come, don't you think you need to be asking this question? Don't you think you need to be asking, especially if your daughter is 15, 16, and y'all let her date, or even if she's 14. Now, you single mothers, man, with all these kids, y'all the problem. Y'all the problem. And you're the problem because you look at the way you done your shit, that you're going to allow your daughter now to do the same shit. You're not stopping the problem. Come on, ladies, take some responsibility. Because you're the main one who is doing the teaching. So when you see a chick out here, like the Glorillas and the Beyonces and the Cardi B's and the Little Kims and all of them, you women, you're the ones who are creating these females. You're creating these beautiful daughters when they were 2 and 3 and they just looking cute, and y'all got beads in their hair, y'all got the little puffs and all of that stuff. You need to start asking yourself, where do they get this attitude from? Where are these females getting this attitude that they can do that? And you know where most of them are getting it from? The mothers who haven't completed the process, who don't want to be old, who's competing with these girls. Man, look at this body, girl. I still got it. Really? You're the problem. So let's stop the problem. Like, okay, you don't want to hear the blame game, okay, but that's just what it is. I'm going to blame you. It's just who it is. I don't care. It's you. And then and I started this here because I want you ladies to be safe. Like, I need you to be safe. But how are you going to be safe if no man talks to you or trains you or tells you how you should conduct yourself as a female? I can't make you do all this stuff. There's a lot of things I don't understand what a female does, but I know she's mentally incapacitated when it comes to a man. She loses her natural ability to really think because now she's got a man that she's concentrating on. And what is the main thing you think a man wants from you? What do you think a guy wants from you? Like, you know what a guy wants, right? But what substance does this guy have after he gets what he wants? After you throw it on him? After you give him the water, you know what I'm saying? The godly water, you know what I'm saying, that flows through your body. What else comes next? What comes next? What comes next? Yeah, let's talk about it. What comes next after you give up the water, the holy water that comes through your veins, and you let a motherfucker slush his way through the issue, through the river? What comes next, my dear sister? What should come before that person is able to swim in the river, to slush it up, to muddy the waters? What should come before that happens? Since y'all so holy, y'all so church giving, y'all so this and that, right? Yeah, I'm calling you out. You don't like it, I don't care. It's the truth. Teach your daughters how to stop being like what they are. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You got granddaughters, you need to pull them back. Quit making them look like they're the fucking most beautiful person in the world. That's not how you should be training your daughter. It's not how you should be training your daughters and your granddaughters. Y'all to blame for how these girls are coming out. You're to blame. You aunties and you nieces and you grandmas, especially you grandmas. You need to get a hold of these little baby granddaughters here. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, do you want guys to continue to tell you that you really have to tell them you're cute? You're cute. That you're cute. Oh, you're so pretty. You're this. You're so beautiful. What's up, man?
What's up?
What you home early for? You need to get out. That truck need to be rolling.
It was rolling.
Huh?
It was rolling.
Lord, to that mercy.
That shit, oh my
Oh,
God.
you finally went downtown?
Yeah, that shit, yeah.
Huh?
Fuck
Did you
that.
get caught?
No, hell no. Why would I get caught?
Because you're a
I'm doing what I do,
beginner.
man.
That's what I'm talking
Seven
about.
turns wasn't fun.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I looked, I was like, huh.
Huh? All
And
right.
then I had to back up. I had to move trailers around, backing up. Like,
Oh, look at you doing some shit.
fuck this. This is shit that I had to do.
Yeah. Hold on, fam.
So I had to move that trailer out,
Uh-huh.
and then I had to put that one in there,
Uh-huh.
and then had to switch them all around.
Oh, my God. Had
Yeah.
some work. Got
It was-
nervous, right?
So it was. No, you say got nervous?
Did you get nervous?
Nah.
Oh, you
But
handled it like a champ? Like a pro?
And then these pallets, I had a parallel parking to dodge those pallets.
Ooh.
That
Who's
shit
that?
was fun. Huh?
Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
I
I'm a cutie pie. What you doing?
don't know. Nothing.
What you doing? Lord, to that mercy, you got skills, boy. You got skills.
Hey, is this Andrew?
All right, you see what I'm saying? Listen, I'm trying to give y'all some game, man. Just some player game here. Some player game here. And I think it's necessary because you guys are still vetting around with people who don't deserve who you are. You're scared to be alone. You're scared to listen to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, my dear brother. Thanks for giving us the game. You sisters are still walking around afraid to be alone, so you taking the first thing on the market.
What's his middle name?
Maybe not the first. Maybe
What's
you
his
go
middle
through
name?
3 or 4, maybe 5, and then you say, okay, I'm going to snatch this person. But don't you think it's possible, or don't you think it's necessary to send that person regardless? To send that person through the gauntlet? Not just the baby gauntlet, like you really need to be thinking about what you're doing. Can this dude get violence? What is this conversation about? Is it still about what he did when he was in the penitentiary? Is it about what he did when he was still on the street? You know what I'm saying? What kind of conversation does he vet to you? Does he give you? Is it about things that he's changed in his life, which is good? Is it about how he's going to take you to the next level or take the family to the next level? Because if you got to be thinking that way. Got to be thinking, if you're bringing this dude, you're bringing this guy in as a helpmate, or are you just bringing this guy in as a sex mate? Which one is it? Because a helpmate means that you are trying to organize something to improve your family, to improve you, and maybe to improve him. Maybe what he can bring to the family can improve the family. Or are you just bringing them in because you're lonely and you need somebody to do this? And now that you think you got, oh man, he does it real good because you haven't been with nobody in a while. Damn, he does it real good. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. Now, after 6 months, 7 months, the question is, are you trustworthy? Is this the pretty phase? What phase is that you say it is? The beginning phase? What is that? The what?
Honeymoon.
Oh, the honeymoon phase. Yeah, the honeymoon phase. What happens after the honeymoon phase? I mean, what have you learned through the honeymoon? What have you learned through the honeymoon phase that you like and dislike? And if you got stuff that you dislike through the honeymoon phase, are you still creeping along, going through the motions? Huh? Is that what you're doing? Is all that the key? Because the honeymoon phase, it says a lot. The honeymoon phase is a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot about your relationship. It says a lot. It says a lot about your relationship with that person. I wanted to talk about why the black women voted for Trump because I saw a video that was very interesting. I think I'm going to play this video, but the video is to me, I think the video is too long, but it has some very interesting points because I keep getting these emails from these sisters and these DMs, be getting in my DMs, talking to me. They be sending me things about what another black man say about another black man. Look, man, I'm not really trying. Listen, I don't care about these so-called guru black men who decide to get a podcast and they want to sit here and tell you basically talk about another black man, right? Like I'm telling you now about a situation that you women shouldn't be in. It's not just about black men, okay? But it is a situation. But you have some of these guys that you guys like. Oh, this guy is fine and handsome. Don't listen to me because of my looks, man. please, I hope you're listening to me, because of some of the things that I'm saying to you are very important. I've listened to some of these dudes, man, and some of their thought processes to me, when it comes to you, makes sense, but I don't agree with all of it. I know what they're trying to do. Some of these people are just trying to be fake Kevin Samuels, man. They're just trying to be fake Kevin Samuels. And it's not sincere. You can feel it in their voice. You can feel it through their platform that they're just being confrontational so they can get the views. With me, I'm not trying to be confrontational about all the things that you do. I'm just trying to show you the things that you're doing and try to bring it out. I'm not here to blame you for what you're doing, because we all know how we got in that position. What I'm trying to do is to help you get to the next level. And hopefully I'm coming out as if I'm your friend, your brother, your lover, your mate, something that somebody would say to you, that who cares about you, they would say to you because of how much they care about you. And if it's about you changing, why can't you change? Why can't you change? Why does he have to change? If he comes into your world, why you can't change? I mean, my thing is this. It is very simple. If you got a guy in your lifestyle, it's out there. The Panther is out there. You're gonna give him some of them treats. Can you take her out there too? Because she likes the Panther, my cat. I got a stray cat outside. He's a beautiful cat. I call him the Panther because he's black. And I'm talking about he's solid black. He's a nice cat. I would show y'all, but I don't want to chase him. I love this cat. My cat. That's not my cat. That's my baby right there. That's my baby. I'm not worried about them mating because he's fixed. She's not, but he's fixed, and she's not in heat. But this cat likes to go outside sometimes and rub noses and whatever. And I kind of like that. I like the cat. Yeah, I didn't already gave the cat a name. I call him the Panther. It's a beautiful black cat. But that's my baby right there. Anyway, I'm just trying to give you ladies something, because that story that I heard about the sister who let the dude come in and then she got violated, you know what I'm saying? Didn't sit cool with me. Didn't sit cool with me at all, and it didn't sit cool with her because this is Thanksgiving. Are you guys not paying attention to the news? Are you not paying attention to the news? Not paying attention to women being killed and murdered out here by their own people, by us black brothers. We talking about black unity. Y'all talking about it's the black man's fault, like this. But women in general, black women are having issues with black men, white men, green men, even Latinos, the same thing. But they don't want. Can you come get her? They don't want to. There you go, please. Yeah. You'll be okay. Let her out. Yeah. So anyway, come on, man. We how do I tell you? How do I tell you? How do I truly tell you? Okay? I tried to ask you guys, I'm going to change the subject a little bit. My contest for understanding the Constitution, learning the Constitution, the First Amendment, okay, is still there. There was $500 up at stake, okay. So far, we don't have anybody clamoring to get this free $500. It's free $500. It's tax-free. It's up under $1,000. You don't have to claim it. Okay? All I'm asking you to do is to teach your kids from the ages of 9 to 15, 9 to 16, 9 to 17, to teach them about the Constitution. If they can explain to me how the Constitution is, bam. You can leave her out there. Did she talk to him? No, I can't believe she came in. Oh. Look at her. Okay, so anyway, I got the free money about the Constitution. It's very simple. I don't understand. The Constitution is very important. Family, it's very important. You should be teaching the Constitution, the First Amendment, to the kids now. You should be teaching them now how to understand how to use the First Amendment, so it can be a lifelong thing. So people would talk to them crazy. I'm going to play this video right quick. Okay, I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to show you the reason why it's important. I'm going to show you the reason why it's important. Okay, let me go to. Hold on for a minute. Let me go to here. Check this out here. This is why this is important. Okay?
Why aren't they texting me back?
Hold
Are they
on.
mad at me? Do they not like me anymore? I'm scared to
Let me
ask for
see if I
reassurance
can.
and hear that.
There we go.
Today,
Check this out.
and the party, the noise was disrupted. Is that what you're saying?
There are rules for the use of parks. You got to get a permit to get to you. I asked, I want to see your permit.
First and foremost, he addressed my kids in a very rude manner. Very rude, came up, why are you here? Get out, you don't live here. And I came into the situation trying to figure out why I was an adult talking to my children.
All rise. The court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Porter will preside. Good morning, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's see here. We have case number 7704, Gregory Chambers versus Althea Phillips. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Can you come to the podium, please? Is this your counsel? These are your attorneys?
These are my babies who are with me.
Okay. Only thing I understand about the situation here, Mr. Chambers, you have an issue with Ms. Phillips here.
Yes.
I didn't read the entire report. So can you tell the court what's going on here?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Yes, I live in a neighborhood with a small community park nearby. I like to go there each day. I take a walk. It's not too far from me, but it's a good walk. I go, I sit down on the bench. I enjoy the nature. I listen to the birds. I feed the ducks sometimes. Maybe there's two kids throwing a ball back and forth. I don't have a problem with any of that. I think it's a public park for the public. That's wonderful.
Okay.
But then they come and they have a birthday party with, 15 people, 20 people, noise all day, music all day, debris left behind, balloons, party supplies, people who are not from the neighborhood. I don't know where they're from. I don't know where they come from. They're not my neighbors. They don't live there. It was like an invasion of our small park.
Okay.
That we use, people in our community use to enjoy. Okay. And I had an issue. I had an issue with them being where they don't belong, where they don't live, and making commotion and noise and disruption for people.
Wow. Community park. Community park. Open park. He said that they don't belong. Where are you from? The United States of America. The United States of America has a constitution. It's a public place. Public means you can go there. It's not restricted. Doesn't say white people can only be here. Doesn't say black people can't be here. Doesn't say Latinos can't be here. Doesn't say that Orientals can't be here. Doesn't say that Indians can't be here. It doesn't say that Mexicans can't be here, right? It doesn't say any of that. It's open. It's a community. It's open, which means that even if you were a different race and you bought a house in that community, you shouldn't have a problem with somebody coming to the park who didn't belong there. You should be nice to them, thinking that this community here is a nice, safe community. Let me be open arms. Are these people doing anything dangerous? Are these people doing anything? Of course, he said that they was leaving balloons, he was leaving the debris and all of that other stuff, you understand me, in there. Let's get back.
Who live there and enjoy that park on a daily basis.
So I have clarity on what you're saying. You're saying that the defendant had a party.
Yes.
And the party, the noise was disruptive. Is that what you're saying?
And it's, by the way, against the rules.
Okay.
There are rules for the use of parks. You got to get a permit to get to you. I asked, I want to see your permit. They didn't have it. I don't think they had a permit. Nobody showed me a permit. There was no permit available to look at.
Okay.
Who did they get permission to have this party?
Okay. Hold that thought. Ms. Phillips, I hope I didn't butcher your first name. How do you pronounce it? I'm just curious. It's Althea?
Althea, correct.
Althea. Okay. Ms. Phillips, ma'am. What's you heard his statement? What's going on here?
Judge Porter, first and foremost, it was my baby's birthday party. They're twins, okay? I was throwing a birthday party for them, and this was a public park, okay? So this public park that we threw, whoever we needed to speak to as far as the community, whoever I needed to get with, we had that meeting about a month in advance, okay? So we had this party, the birthday party. It was literally from 12 to 3 p.m., not all day, okay? It was about 12 of us, very small, very private, very intimate. So the loud music and everything else, I don't know, all day never happened. We cleaned up after ourselves.
Did you have music at this party?
We did have music at the party.
Okay. Was it like those big, huge speakers that they set up?
No, we had a small radio. We couldn't even afford the huge speakers. So we actually had a very small radio, like a little Bluetooth speaker. So it wasn't that.
Okay. Now, Mr. Chambers says that you guys left the park in disarray with garbage.
Absolutely not. At about 2:45, we started to clean up. Like I said, it was only about 11 or 12 of us. And we started cleaning up about 2:45, so that way we could be leaving the park 3:15 at the latest. So we cleaned up party supplies, party decorations, food, waste, anything of that nature. We threw that in the trash.
Okay, let me ask you this. And this, I guess this goes for you, Mr. Chambers, and also for you, Mrs. Phillips. Did you guys ever end up having some type of conversation with each other?
Oh, it was very rude.
So you guys did talk to each other?
Well, she has her opinion, I have mine.
Well,
I think I was very nice
since you
and
brought this
respectful.
case, I'm going to ask you, what was that conversation like, sir?
I approached them. I said, I don't know who gave you permission. I don't think you belong here. This is not the way this park is used. And I'd like you to leave.
No, you came to my kids first, and I had to address you.
Okay, ma'am. Hold on. I'm going to get to you in a second. Please continue, sir.
Well, like I said, I asked them to move the party because that's not how that park is used.
When you say move the party, you mean move the party off the property of the park?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. Look, there are spaces available for parties. You can go to a bowling alley. You can go to a roller rink. Maybe your church has a room you can use. It doesn't have to be in a park that's used by other people. It's a public park. I'm part of the public, right?
Yes.
I can't use the park because they're having a party.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
Okay.
And about the debris, you know, the bins fill up and they spill out. You know, it's all over the place after they leave.
All right. So I have clarification. They did put garbage into the bins. It was just a lot of garbage.
Well, I don't know what they did. I just know that there was debris around after their party.
Okay, ma'am, you heard his side. What's your side of that when you guys had your conversation?
First and foremost, he addressed my kids in a very rude manner. Very rude. Came up, why are you here? Get out. You don't live here. And I came into the situation trying to figure out why I was an adult talking to my children.
Hold that thought. Kids, what did he say?
He was being very mean, Your Honor. And for some reason, he said, this isn't your place. Go just move your party somewhere else.
Ma'am, what did he say?
He was a very angry man, and he was saying to get out and leave because this isn't where you should party in this area.
Okay, now, did he come to you before going to your mom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is that true, sir?
They say it takes 10,000 steps a day for healthy benefits, but now during open enrollment for healthcare coverage.
I may have spoken to them. They were running all around. I was walking over to speak to them, and, you know, they were near me, so I spoke to them first.
Okay. Ma'am, please continue.
So once he addressed my kids very rudely, I intervened and asked him what the issue was. Mind you, it's about 2 o'clock. So he comes, oh, why are you here?
Okay, I'm not gonna let you. I know the video is bomb, right? But this is my point of watching the video. I only wanted you to see where the kids are. You see the kids are well spoken, okay? Both of them. They're in a park, okay? This is why I talk about the Constitution, right? Because their constitutional right to be in the public place, right? This is why I talk about videotaping everything, right? This is where the mother came in. The mother came in to talk to this guy, right? And instead, if you look at this video right here, if you go back and you watch this video, the reason why you videotape every conversation that you have with someone is because you want to protect yourself from he said, she said shit, right? So this is why it's important to understand how to use your First Amendment. This is why it's important to understand how to use your first freedom of speech, right? Your right to be in a place, right? Your right to protest, your right to videotape and record your government at any point whatsoever. This is it. I only wanted you to watch this video to the kids because it's important. This is the reason why I'm giving this $500 away. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Maybe I don't know. But I don't know. Give me some suggestions. I don't know. This is free money that I got stacked up some damn where that I want to give to the kids. If they can literally explain to me how to use the First Amendment and when to use it and all of that, then I would love to just give this money to them before Christmas. But I don't get it. But that's fine with me. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. It's my money. I can spend it on something else. Maybe I'll buy some more stock. Can you do me a favor and see what coin is right now? Regardless of that point, tell them, Zoe. Tell them I'm just trying to give it away. Tell them I'm just trying to give it away. That's Zoe. That's my other baby right there. Female dog. Love them. Whatever the case may be. All right, stop it, Mama. Stop. Okay, whatever the case may be, the truth of the matter is that the Constitution is important. Those babies right there are growing up. They obviously understand how to talk to adults, right? They're twins. Just think if they were one by itself. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on, fam. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, my God. Sorry about that. I'm watching this stock. I'm telling you, I'm watching it. I'm already invested in it. If it goes down, I have to buy more. Simple as that. I'm trying to get it at its lowest price. Okay, but whatever the case, this is the reason why the Constitution is important. Okay, I'm going to get off because I've been on a little bit too long. I'm trying to redirect how Juan's perspective is and I'm trying to stick to certain points. You guys need to come over to the other page, because the truth of the matter is that this page here is going to be eliminated as far as I'm concerned. As far as going live, I'm going to start doing that on Juan's Perspective. If you want to be a part of that, please, I invite you to come over. Most of you guys have already got an invitation. I'm sure everybody did. It's because I sent them out. Please, climb over to the other page. You'll enjoy it. This is why it's important to understand the Constitution. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? I love those kids. They were smart, intelligent, right? Well-mannered, okay? And I can just imagine them by themselves being accosted by that man, okay, and not knowing what to do. I'm sure those kids, they have a phone. There's no way you can tell me that those kids don't have a phone. So if you have a granddaughter or a grandson that has a phone, they should be learning how to conduct themselves in the First Amendment, how to not conduct themselves, but how to use the First Amendment when they're being accosted by a rude adult. That he was rude. If they had pulled out a camera and started videotaping and brought that videotape to the judge, by the way, they won the case anyway, but if they had brought that videotape to a judge or brought that videotape to a police officer, you're not supposed to talk to those kids like that. That's too aggressive. That's fighting. And then the mother, she didn't even understand her, for she was so mad that she didn't even use her constitutional right by videotaping the conversation and videotaping the man. This is what I'm saying to y'all. Y'all think it's a joke, man. Y'all taking this shit for it's your constitutional right to fucking videotape in public and to be in public places. Why is it that a goddamn felon have to come and tell you that shit? This is it. This is America. The white dream, the white picket fence. This is what this is all about. You ain't getting no white picket fences. If you live in an apartment, you ain't seeing no white picket fence. And if you got a house, I ain't seen no house with no white picket fence. Come on, family. It's the Constitution, man. It ain't hurt. I ain't telling you to learn about. I'm not bringing you back to history. I'm telling you to learn how to use your constitutional rights. How it works. Saturday we got another video about a brother who was accosted by the police. He used his constitutional rights, told him that you could not search the car, and because they didn't have anybody videotaping, you'll see the police officer do his thug thizzle until some bystanders come by and start videotaping to save the people that was in the car. It's important that you learn how to videotape. It's very important that you get a dash camera put in your car and you start to videotape when you're accosted by the police. You have to know your constitutional rights. Lock your doors. Look, most of you have these brand new cars. I know how this shit works. You have these brand new cars. When you put the car in drive, it automatically locks. When you put the car in park, it automatically locks, okay? Or unlocks, all right? When you get pulled over by a police officer, put the car in neutral and keep your doors locked. There's a reason why they only want the windows to come down just a little bit. Keep the doors locked. Okay, because the minute you let them open that door, you cannot pull your arm. You can't do any of that, because then that becomes a battery and assault. So you keep your doors locked. If you don't want to get out the car, the first thing you need to do, honestly, the first thing you need to do, especially if you believe that it's a bogus stop, if you believe it's a bogus stop, man, don't talk to the police officer. You have that right. Get his name and badge number, okay? And then ask to speak to a supervisor before you go through any of that other bullshit. Before he goes through asking you your driver's license and everything, say, officer, I would like a supervisor here before I conduct giving you anything from me. Now you're making him do his job. Door locked, supervisor. What am I being stopped for? You can ask that question. What are you stopping me for? If you didn't do anything, like if you sped, or you really turned the corner without stopping, just stick to your guns about, just stick to your guns about being in your car, because you don't have to get out. You don't. Especially if you got drugs in the car, the first thing you should be knowing is your constitutional rights. I'm not trying to save anybody who's got drugs in the car, but I'm just telling you, you do have a right. This dude actually had drugs in the car. This video I'm going to show you, he actually had drugs in the car, but it was legal. He came from the spot. It's not even open. But dude, we smell weed. There's no... Dude, he's not an expert. Anytime a police officer asks you and tell you that they smell weed in the car, ask that motherfucker where his degree come from. Ask him where did he get his degree? What college did he go to that gave him a smelling degree? The fuck? Come on, man. All right, it's time to go. God bless y'all. I'm glad everybody had a great Thanksgiving. December, we're here. I love Chicago right about now because we're not getting no snow like they do in Detroit and other places. Hi, Carla. I see you up there and all these other places. Okay?
I know what this is.
I'm just saying. Chicago is one of the best cities to come to in the wintertime. All right? I predict that we get no snow, no real snow. I predict we get no real snow. No inches of snow until January. Watch what I tell you. Watch. January. January. All right, anyway, I got to go. Peace and love to y'all. God bless. Teach your family, man, about the Constitution. Learn the First Amendment. Come on, family. Learn the First Amendment. Learn how to do it. Again, $500 up for sale if you can get any kid from the ages of 9 to 15, 17. Can relate to me about the First Amendment. It's not a whole 500, but it's 500 in the box. If you want to contribute more, if anybody want to contribute more, please send it in. I'll put it in the box. All right. Until then, God bless. Everybody get well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we are moving to Juan's Perspective. There's another site. So look up Juan's Perspective. Get your butt over there. Come and join me because it's going to have some good things over there. Guarantee you. A lot of giveaways going to be there. This channel is going to be different. I told you I was moving up in the world. I ain't playing. We doing this damn thing. Peace.